Good morning and welcome to Halftime with Hamish, a show about all things sports, and for today, most definitely the Bathurst 1000. Welcome to the Sunday morning super special. First up today, congratulations to Greg Murphy, another pole position at Bathurst. He has started the race in first position, overtaken by Alex Davison early in about the 7th lap into second spot, but it is a long day ahead. More on the race shortly. Back to the Rugby World Cup 2011, where we had the opening games of the quarterfinals last night. First game was Wales taking on Ireland. Wales got out of the blocks early with a fantastic try to Shane Williams. Took a half-time lead of 10-3. Fantastic effort in that first half. The Irish hit back early in the second half with a try to Keith Earl to keep the game at 10-all. But then Wales got away at the end with tries to Davies and Phillips to take the game 22-10, a fantastic performance from the Welsh. They will be through to the semi-finals next weekend. Their opponent coming out of the game from England taking on the French. The English started woefully, trailing 16-0 at half-time after Clerc and Medard, the outside backs for the French, both scored tries. Both conversions were missed, as well as a first half penalty from the French. They did manage to land 2 penalties, however, to take the lead 16-0. The English were forced into playing a style of rugby they're so not used to playing, a little bit more than just kicks and scrums. They had to score tries. They managed 2 from Foden and Couto, however, it wasn't enough. A late French drop goal, sealing the game, 19-12. The French will take on Wales next weekend in the Northern Hemisphere semi-final. Now, we look forward to today's other semi-finals for Rugby World Cup 2011. First up, we've got South Africa taking on the Australians out of Wellington. This will be a huge match for both countries. Neither want to go out in the quarterfinal stage. Some team changes for the Australians. Berrick Barnes will not play today. Pat McCabe will take his jumper, so the Wallabies will line up with the exact same team that beat South Africa in the Tri-Nations twice earlier in the year, once in Australia and once in South Africa. South Africa with a few injury concerns of their own, but they will still always put out a formidable team. Bucky's both are the latest to go down and be withdrawn with injury concerns. Whoever that wins that match will be taking on the winner of the next game, New Zealand, the mighty All Blacks, taking on Argentina. Now, my thoughts are that New Zealand are going to be far too strong, even after that terrible week that's just been with the loss of Dan Carter. Still a few injury concerns over Richie McCaw. They're telling me he will play today. Some other news coming out of the All Blacks camp this week. Corey Jane has been out on the lash this week and in a bit of trouble, but obviously with the lack of outside backs, Richard Kahui out injured at the moment, Israel Dag, his drinking partner, also out injured. Jane will retain his spot on the right wing, along with Sonny Bill Williams on the left wing. Ma'a Noni and Conrad Smith forming that formidable midfield partnership. Colin Slade gets a start in the number 10 jumper, outside Piti Weepu, so still plenty of experience in that side, most notably for Mills Muliaina, bringing up his 100th test at fullback. Congratulations to Mills. Massive game ahead, go the ABs. TAB's got them to cover the line at 26 points. I think they'll do that, and hopefully they could be taking on, my pick would be Australia. I'd like to see Australia and New Zealand go head to head in the semi-finals. In motorsport news, Sebastian Vettel is on pole ahead of Jenson Button and Lewis Hamilton in Japan. Vettel needs just 1 point to secure the victory, and signs would point to the fact he will do that today and become the youngest ever back-to-back world champion since Michael Schumacher. As we said before, in a rain-affected qualifying at Bathurst, Greg Murphy has taken out pole position. The race has just got underway. He's dropped back to second spot. A long day ahead, 161 laps, the 1000. We'll look back at that later on this afternoon, whilst we're also enjoying the Australia, New Zealand and South Africa and Argentina quarterfinals there. From the Champions League 2020, Mumbai, 160 runs, defeated Somerset. Chasing, they only made 150. James Franklin, 2 for 16. Lasith Malinga, 4 for 20. Restricting the Somerset chase there. Well done to those guys. That was the second semi-final. In the first semi-final, New South Wales, 203, a fantastic score with David Warner smashing 123. Were run down with 9 balls to spare by Bangalore, led the way by Chris Gale, 92, with some of the biggest sixes you will ever see. Awesome cricket going on there. Now, and to our fans, wrapping up a few of our competitions, the All Blacks 22 for the first quarter final. Obviously the injury to Daniel Carter threw a cat amongst the pigeons. We got no correct entries, so we're keeping the footy. But for our fan photos, our fan contributions, congratulations to Warwick Little of Narrabeen. New footy coming your way, mate, so look out for that. That's all we've got time for today. We'll see you tomorrow for a recap of the Bathurst 1000 and the rest of the quarterfinals. Thanks for joining us on a fantastic Sunday. It's halftime with Hamish.